17851. This is a really nice house too. This is a Richmond American Deacon, and they were here for a bit. Left it in kind of dirty condition. We got some oil stains here. We might be able to acid treat this to get it out. I don't know if you'd be able to take a section out of these pavers and then put them back in. I'll ask the landscaper which option's better. The acid probably will work because it's porous stone. And then of course you see a lot of oil. That I recommend we do the epoxy. We got somebody do that for a reasonable price. 8-foot header. It's a really cool house. It's got the split floor plan. So 8-foot header, 3-car garage. Landscape looks good, surprisingly. This guy's got finds all the time. Nice doors. So this visit is just move out condition status, report what we need to take care of. Videos are good as a reference point. We could snapshot, screenshot, send it out to vendors, what have you. And it's a great reference point. We can stop the video and refer to it at any time. So walking it and taking pictures is one thing. That works really well too. But for example, I can capture it. As I'm doing the reports, I stop, I watch it while I'm doing it. Just in case I miss something, I go through it multiple times. So perfect example would be there. You can see the smoke detectors missing. That's just the AC return. Fans are working, need to be cleaned though. They got like an inch of dirt, dust on the other ones. And then we check for broken windows, the blinds, broken slats we're looking for. And then you're looking for cracks in the drywall. I mean, this is just dirty. So that's good. In terms of like settling, it looks pretty good. You know, you don't see anything right over here. Most of the times in newer homes after a year or two. And this is a few more than 2 years old, but that's where you get it, up in those seams and those corners too. Pretty common. Ceiling looks pretty good. And it's just flat white paint, so we'll have to repaint that. Carpet needs, carpet is kind of dirty-ish, and we'll do the cost versus replacement in terms of the carpet, and then we'll do the cleaning versus replacement, not just for carpet, but for tile, because in a long-term rental, you know, we always want something that's going to last forever. Now, good news, bad news scenarios, if you have a tenant and they damage the carpet, well, you have recourse, right? You can charge them out of the security deposit. May not be enough to cover a full carpet in a home, but if the tenant has lived in the home more than 2 years, now you have a standard wear and tear issue on your hand where you can't really bill them back. So, in my opinion, if you're going to spend, you know, like the first round, it's almost a gimme. And we do that on new builds. We get the cheap, you know, a decent padding, a standard carpet, so there's no additional cost for it, which is cool. Then when it's time to replace it, after a couple cycles of rental, or if you have somebody who's occupied the same renter for 5 or 6 years, and that's always good. But then at that point, it makes sense to invest and put the tile in as close as we can get it to match the original. Not that it has to, because you can do a wood look-alike and it'll separate, as long as it flows and it looks good. Okay, double sinks, and then just like the kitchen, I mean, there's crap in all the drawers, so we're going to have the trash out. But we're looking for water damage, leaks. And of course, when the handyman comes through, he's going to do a secondary inspection. And then we'll compare notes and then come up with pricing and so forth. But like you can see right there, that's just nasty. I don't think that's probably been cleaned the whole time. Dirty tub. So, no real drywall damage. I mean, that's good. I don't see any broken doors. This is all going to get repainted. Doors will get touched up or just completely repainted. A lot of times my guy will do it, just throw it in there in terms of the cost, because he's already doing closet shelves and gives me a screaming deal on the price anyway. And that fan is working. I don't know why they have the chains up there like that, but they do. And then screen looks okay, no broken window, just tons of dirt. So, not perfect condition, but also, could be worse. So we just gotta look on the bright side. And again, so, just stuff they left behind. We'll have to trash it out. Same thing, registers are dirty. Smoke detector's there, but we'll test it. Make sure it's working. There's that one. That one looks good. And then overall, I mean, that's what I mean. The drywall looks pretty good. Bull nose doesn't look like it's beat up too. You know, you got some dirt. It's dirty, but it's not beat up in this part anyway. And there's the hallway view. Same thing. We'll have to replace those. You see a little Nerf bullet stuck up there. We'll have to get that out. So you can see, guys like to hang out here, and looks like they were shooting some pool. Modified this table for a ping pong. Pretty interesting. Now, in terms of the trash out, this is going to be the difficult item here because this is slate, extremely heavy. So unless somebody wants it and says, hey, haul it out for free, you can keep the pool table, maybe that's an option too. But it's not like I used to have one with slate. That thing weighs a ton. Okay, same thing. Tons of dirt. No broken window, that's good. Blind looks like it's in pretty good shape. Screen looks like it's in pretty good shape. Tons of weeds in the backyard, which we expected. These are the folks who had tons of HOA violations. So that's not a surprise. But I am surprised with the condition of like the walls. I mean, aside from the dirt and just being messy and dirty, there's nothing like malicious. So that's always good news. You never know when somebody has an eviction, what to expect, right? You come in and sometimes it looks pretty good, sometimes it doesn't. And this is a case where I'm pretty happy to see that. I mean, we definitely have some work, but you know, when you have somebody who's lived in the residence, 3, 4 years, 5 years, you just hope for the best. And then even sometimes when you're doing interior inspections, a lot can change. Where we've had some that are absolutely spotless, and then within 3 months, there's a change in circumstances within the household. You go back a couple months later, and it's like this. So same thing, just mostly, dirt, trashing and all this junk. Get that all cleaned up. Same thing here. And this is all going to the trash. So open that up. Test the garbage disposal. Nope, this guy. Okay, so we'll check that later. Just might need the reset button. Hopefully it's something easy. Same thing here. We'll clear all this, test it out. Throw all this out. So back to like condition and function and so forth. So yeah, there's junk. It's gonna get trashed out, but cabinets look pretty good. I don't see anything broken. I don't see any like loose. Nothing's really hanging. I don't even see like scratches on it too, which is a good sign. So that's good. I'm happy about that. So again, just more dirty, messy than damaged. So same thing here. Full repaint needed in this house. Bull nose looks pretty good. And there's not even like tons of stuff that was hung on the wall, so that's a good surprise too. A couple missing slats on this, a couple of damaged ones on there, so we'll probably just replace all these slats. Might as well, they come in the packs anyway. This looks pretty good. Screen's intact, dirty, no broken window, that's good. And this is a really cool house. It has that generations like style split. I'll show you that here in just a second. Back to the window, looks good. So that's a really dirty fan. That's pretty bad. That looks good. Dirty, but not broken. Okay, it's gonna take some work to clear all that stuff up. Now, one thing I do want to share and show you, whoever's watching this video, and if you're doing a new build, whenever there's a backyard that hasn't been done, just at bare minimum gravel, you see all this dirt in the tracks. I mean, the whole house just sucks up so much dirt, and that not just, and you can see it, baseboards everywhere. It's a magnet for dirt and dust. That means your AC unit's sucking all that stuff in and blowing it into the house, because you have your fresh air. It has access to come in. So that's why I recommend, folks, it's not just for the aesthetics of the backyard. Even if you're doing just gravel, but if you're doing a turf package and it's not that expensive, invest in it. Makes sense, looks better, it's better rental, easier to maintain. especially if you have the turf package, there's not too much difference in cost versus real grass or just like all gravel. That section will need ground cover anyway, whether it's gravel or turf. You'll be surprised the cost difference is not that much. But my point is, and sometimes you say, hey, well, let me save some money. I'm not going to offer, the backyard package, keep it dirt. Well, there's always a trade-off. Nothing's free. You're going to pay for something one way or the other. You're going to have a blower motor go out prematurely or AC, and that's not cheap. Condenser motors, condenser units, all that stuff. It adds up. Doesn't seem like much, but you're making your AC work way harder than it needs to. Back over here, so we see a little bit of bullnose damage there. It's not too bad. Right there, there's something that's easy to fix. Here's the Gen Suite portion, though. It's just really cool. I like this floor plan a lot. And then let me step in the garage before I make my way over there. Always hit the deadbolt so the pins don't lock you out. Yes, it has happened before, not actually at my own house. So I got lucky. And you can see like just how dirty it is. There's a soft line. Okay. Then you have the really big modem storage right here. Closet. Washer dryer hookups. Powder room. And here's the Gen Suite portion. This is what I really like about this floor plan. Because it's also big. I mean, you got this area right here. Just like they have it with a bed. Or you could do it the other way. Put your bed in here with carpet. And make this your living area. So they probably had 2 people living in here. It's like sleeping quarters. Okay, now this does have some drywall damage that can get fixed. Balance header's missing. Window looks fine. Screen's intact. But again, all this dirt down here. I mean, that's dust and tons of dirt, but you get my point. Full restroom. And then you have washer dryer option here. This is what makes it such a cool place. So you can really like split it up. One of my favorites is the Deacon. Richmond American's Deacon. Okay, now off to the backyard. Take a look at the back. Check these weeds. I know they're pretty tall on the left-hand side when I was peeking through. So all this, your 2 AC units over here. So all this is going to come out, get it cleaned up. And then we have some weeds here and throughout the backyard. Nice tumbleweed. Some more weeds along the way there too. I mean, it's a nice backyard. It's like humongous, but it's definitely wide and at least 22-ish feet from the back wall. That's definitely sufficient for a swimming pool. Not that we'll ever put one in, but just to give you an idea of the size. But I think a 15 by 20 turf piece right here, some shrubs and trees, and some ground cover will look amazing. Okay, there's your outside. You can see the windows. Let's just take an exterior view of the eaves and the stucco. Tiles. You can see that looks pretty good. Wall looks pretty good. I don't see any missing caps. I just see a little bit of a ding right here. Right there. Looks like they had some decorative something hung up. Overall, reasonable. Probably looks a lot worse to a viewer than to me because I see this all the time. All right, thanks for tuning in.